It's their time to shine.
Yeah, well, that's what I figure. I'm not modifying the scenario at all because I want to see how they do with it. It's that starter scenario that you actually started to run, Moses.
Oh
And
yeah,
Fan-
Fandover.
yeah. Fandolin.
Yeah,
It's a pretty good scenario so far with the black spider and all that.
my favorite version of Fandolin has got to be the um the what's the name of that fucking podcast?
Don't forget to design your wife too.
Oh, I'm gonna play as her. Right?
Okay,
Design Your Way.
you gotta design your wife, dude.
I made my chick look like Taylor Swift.
No,
And I actually play the wife, and I just make her go around the wasteland kneecapping people with a tire iron.
Moses, have you played this game at all?
Yeah,
Moses
you know what
didn't
happens at the
like
beginning.
it.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it.
I did not like Fallout 4.
What did you not like about it?
Uh, I had a lot of issues with the graphics, looking like dog
Alright.
shit and the bad frame rate, and also it just was not as like wondrous and fun as New Vegas or 3. I guess I'd seen it all before. I felt really jaded, but nothing about it grabbed me.
No, that's fair criticism, but you'll have some. You'll laugh at my poor decision. So I had Chance playing it a couple weeks ago, and she was like, "Who should I make?" And I'm like, "Well, don't hand it to me because you'll know who I'll make." And she's like, "Oh, I'll just make Talon." And so she makes Talon, and she's like, "Okay, who should I make for a girl?" And I'm like, "Just make Ayeta or something," because I didn't know what was gonna happen.
Eh, eh,
I felt real bad.
eh. Now you fucked up.
I fucked up.
Terrible person, you.
And now I'm a terrible person.
Um, no, I was saying that the name of the podcast is Adventure Zone. The Adventure Zone has the best rendition of Fandolin ever.
Oh yeah?
Because the Black Spider talks in just like this
Oh
ridiculously,
yeah.
ridiculously foppish German voice. He's like, I am the Black Spider!
Okay.
Oh no, now I'm falling down the hole! I'm still falling! This is a very deep hole! Ow! Ow, I've seemed to struck the bottom. I think I'm dying now! Yes, I'm definitely dying now! And it goes on for like a good 5-6 minutes of podcast time, him
Oh
just
my God.
narrating him slowly slipping into darkness.
Could you send me a link to that one?
Yeah,
That would be excellent.
Adventure Zone is hands down the best D&D podcast I've heard.
Yeah, that's pretty hilarious.
I think I've done a decent job with the goblins so far. They've been pretty funny, but I don't know.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
playing it pretty lighthearted.
They're called Gerblins in
Gerpling.
in Adventure Zone.
Excellent. I'm just gonna work on this page. While you're working on that page, we're both working on pages.
Yeah.
Pagey.
I'm so happy I finally get to draw Holt again. He's so tiny and so angry.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one, yeah. You get to draw everyone falling out the back of the Torox. I'm trying to
Okie
figure
dokie, artichoke.
I take offense to that as an artichoke.
Some of my best friends are artichokes, man. It's alright.
Your people ate my people.
Oh goodness. Oops, I went into the wrong room. I'm in the Dark Heresy room.
Veggie lives matter.
Get out, Moses.
Like this is what happens when I'm sick and tired. I say dumb shit.
So, oh, do you have a cold? Is that it?
I don't know.
How is saying dumb shit any different than any other day of the week?
Well,
Where you say it in a slightly more chipper tune.
yeah,
That's about the only difference.
it's the quality of dumb shit.
It's the
that
quality.
changes.
I have dumb shit today.
Also,
Yeah,
look at you guys picking shit.
like
from me
weeaboo
being
bullshit.
late.
That was me on my dumb shit A game. Now we're back to I don't know.
I'm getting some class D dumb shit. D is for
Yeah.
dumb.
Mm.
Just in case anybody wasn't following. Alright.
Also, you guys fucking picking shit for me for being late, and I'm here, and fucking Kane's not here.
Well,
Yeah.
Kane said he was gonna be late, like
Yes.
a day ago.
Yeah.
The
Which means it's time to make all the decisions before Jethro shows up and
And ruins them all.
he does something, I don't know.
we'll have to mope extra hard to cover him.
Yeah. You guys are gonna have to scowl and harumph an extra little bit. Everybody has extra harumph rations for today.
Nice husband. So you felt particularly inspired towards a comb over?
Did he make Donald Trump?
He's not Donald Trump yet, but he's getting
I'm
there.
gonna make an exaggerated version of myself.
Oh, you're making an exaggerated version of yourself, but you don't have a comb over.
I
You
know,
have
that's why it's exaggerated.
you have a very fine shiny top.
But the other one is like the hair was so thin you couldn't even see it. So like
Oh,
I'm just making super exaggerated.
super exaggerated. Craig needs a beard. Needs beard and
Cat,
big
why are you
smiling cheeks.
Okay, so we can at least start out. So basically last
I
session...
don't even know what we're doing.
Yeah, okay, so last session you guys ended off, you did the raid on the camp. It was mildly successful.
Amazing, weirdly
Yeah.
successful.
Yeah.
The opposite of the rest of all of my campaigns for this week.
Well, I don't know. I think we did a fine job
With
in
the
Dark
golf
Heresy.
we ignited a war between the guardsmen and the naval.
Oh no, the officer who was fighting knew that they weren't actually at war because he was just aiming for like kneecaps and stuff. Remember?
I'm pretty
She
sure
totally murdered that
Awesome.
one guy.
Yeah,
That
she
was kind of heat in the moment. You know, it's not like there aren't like 4,000 more naval soldiers.
Yeah, oh well. That's just
Oh,
the
well.
Navy.
Oh, Corey's gonna feel bad. But yeah, for once, this game was the one that was wildly successful.
Yeah.
I didn't log in as the GM. How am I gonna do this?
You silly
You're gonna
man.
have to improvise. We all are the GM. Everybody is GM.
No, Jake. I am GM.
And then I was the GM.
Overlord.
Yeah, I don't want you to see all the GM stuff on the map because then you just might be like, fuck this game, I'm out.
So the green dragon is about here,
Yeah.
and Sephiroth lives in these woods.
Like, oh, what is that? Is that a dimensional shambler? I'm just gonna take my bow and shoot myself in the face with it.
Well, it kind of turned out that Ishal is Orcus.
Oh. Oh.
Huh?
No wonder he's so
Awesome. Fun.
at everything he does.
Ah, and right there is the carnivorous forest.
I actually think one of these forests is carnivorous. No, that's the swamp I'm thinking of. Never mind.
Do you guys remember
The swamp
the
that we
carnivorous
got,
ceiling
that
and
one of our
carnivorous
dudes got
walls?
eaten in.
Of,
Sorry,
like,
I talked right
turkeys?
over you. My bad.
No, I did the same thing to you. I blame Skype. What'd you say?
I think it was the swamp. Is it the same swamp that one of our dudes got eaten in?
Yeah, like Jorgen, or not Jorgen, his name was like Jurgen or something like that.
Jurgen.
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 Yeah, Kaiser tripped him, and
Hey, flesh.
Such a
flesh-
bitch.
The skin changer did. The skin changer. It wasn't me.
Everybody's paranoid.
Biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, I was about to say everybody's gonna have like a PTSD twitch about hearing the word biscuits.
That's my trigger.
I do prefer you when you're sick, Moses. No, what was it? Do you remember the carnivorous floors and ceilings of, was it third edition?
No.
Or was that second edition?
I mean, it sounds something vaguely D&D-esque.
Oh, well shit, hold on. Let me drop some wisdom on you.
As long as you can drop wisdom, just don't drop carnivorous ceilings.
Carnivorous ceilings. Oh, that wasn't what I was looking for. Giant carnivorous centipedes. Has not.
No, that's no. Had to deal with those in the last game.
A carnivorous wall can engulf a grappled opponent of a smaller size.
Nice.
Stupid monsters I was paid to make equals the best job. Oh, excellent.
Alrighty, so you guys were heading back after launching the raid. You guys took out those 2 ogre stalkers that were following you, and thus made it overland, and had not seen any trace of the ogres since you dipped the kind of, I don't know, patrol that the Wyvern Riders did, the Orcish Wyvern Riders did, and made it all the way back to this point. You guys had just hit the lowlands, the final hills country for that lead to Bramerstead, so you're out of the rough and into the still pretty rough but not quite as rough. Volcano's a few miles behind you guys. The ogres, nobody really knows particularly what's going on. Night has fallen. You guys have found a pretty decent place to lay low and take care of everything. So,
Okay.
the
Didn't we
night.
see the Thunderstrike as well?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember the special Thunderstrike. Who came in and just gave me the stinky eye and then left.
Yep, and yeah, Whiston saw the Thunderstrike during the night.
Should've
Oh
been
yeah, I
bad.
remember that.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Oh no, what was that?
Hold on 1 second.
Is that a cat?
That sounds
Cat
like
malfunction.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Hello?
Alright, no, my cat was playing on the side of the couch, because I got a new
That's what I thought.
couch.
It was a cat malfunction.
I
Yeah,
want pictures of your cat.
and,
Gross.
Kaiju, you want to see
What?
my pussy? Is that like how you ask
Dude.
other girls, like, is that
God.
the code for letting other girls know that you're interested in them? Because I don't think
Just because I
any
want to see
other
your
straight
pussy
girl...
doesn't mean you have to make a scene about it.
Well,
I just-
I've never had another straight girl ask me that. So I think you just let loose a little slang, a little bit of the lingo from a professional, if you will.
Yeah, you got me. The only reason I was interested in being your friend Aljake was just because I wanted to look at your cat real close. I wanted to snuggle with it.
And she's cute and she's in her teenage years. Of course you want to.
Gross. I don't do kindergarten anymore. Had enough.
Anyway, so yeah, you guys are hunkered down here. The night is rolled over. Terry, go ahead and make a heal check. See if you guys all get double healing for anybody who would, for some reason, not be at full health at this point.
I think it's 11. Oh, actually, I have
How
my
could I
sheet.
have only
Good enough.
8 health at this level?
Hmm?
Are we at level 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
How
it
do
should
I-
be 10 health.
Okay, I've only got 28 health. Hopefully that's correct.
No, Terry, you did not do it. So everybody only gets 5 if you're under your natural regeneration for a full rest is only 5.
Alright.
So, but I think everybody else. How much health are you at, Kaiser?
I had 28 max is my health, but I haven't taken any damage.
Okay.
What?
now-
Really? I
Yeah.
guess that's. Well,
Well, I don't know. Something about that makes me think I skipped a level or something, but I don't know.
Well, you
I'm
should.
not gonna-
no, I mean, like, my hit die is a D10, and I'm at like 44.
I mean, it's bad, but whatever.
I mean, I'm only at like 36, so.
Yeah.
Are you a D8 or a D6, Terry?
D8.
Okay.
Yeah. Kaiser should have been. What's his name's Constitution mod? Cedric.
His Constitution mod is 0. Which is probably
yeah,
why.
So
Yeah,
you should,
no, that's about right.
you should
Yeah.
be at 6 plus 5d6, which I guess can work out to
28.
yeah, because
Yeah.
5d
Yeah.
is what? Yeah, that's about right. It's actually a little high, almost. It's actually almost exactly average.
Okay.
Don't get hit by anything that hits you.
Yeah. It's fine. Just don't get hit.
Hear that, Cedric? You're not special. You're exactly average.
Shut up, Moses. You're sick. Go home.
Just I'm pretty sure what Cedric would
I'm
really
home.
like to hear. in his
I
life.
want to move like 5 feet and end up in the bed. That's what I want to do right now.
Alright, so morning has come. Everybody wakes up. They're feeling fairly refreshed. Wiston, I guess you're gonna go around and tell everybody what happened in the night because you didn't wake anybody up when it happened.
No, because it flew away, and that's what mattered.
We all learned a very important lesson that day.
So, are you guys doing anything in
Don't
particular?
Don't poke thunder
Yeah,
sharks.
so I'll walk over, and when everybody's in the morning, and Winston will just be kind of wide-eyed and go like, "So, one of those shrikes came by for a visit last night. Just stared at me and flew away.
Huh.
No
Has,
biggie.
Don't know what that means."
has time and research through my books given me any more, give me a nature reroll on those strikes, or?
Yeah, you can
Local,
go ahead,
perhaps?
go ahead and make a knowledge nature again.
That's fucking better.
There you go. So you pretty much know most things about them through what personal experience you have, and the.
You have personal experience with shrikes?
Well, yeah, she killed one, helped kill one.
Oh, okay.
What personal experience you've had, and the books that you've read. The only other kind of thing is it kind of is all clicked that these are fairly intelligent and sentient creatures. It's the only kind of detail you're kind of missing. This isn't just some kind of pre-programmed reptilian brain going about its business. This is a pretty smart, conniving animal that appears quite capable of cunning.
Sounds like those things that we destroyed in the treasure chest were probably its eggs or something.
Oh, you guys know those were its eggs.
Ah.
Yeah, that's. You guys witnessed the trade going down for it and specifically killed and destroyed the eggs. That way, neither party would get them.
Oh, well, we should make sure to avoid that creature. Or kill it, too.
Yeah,
One of the two.
which is really weird because, you know, I'm concerned as to why it didn't attack us because we were the ones who not only killed its mate,
yeah.
but also killed all its children.
I don't know if it knows we killed its children, but it knows that
Because
somebody took the eggs.
Oh, true. It may not have seen us kill its mate.
Right.
No, you guys can piece together that while you fought the other mate, there was a thunderstorm brewing over the volcano.
Mhm.
So today is actually whenever you're waking up and kind of getting everything together. It's scattered showers, but a fairly warm day. Otherwise, it's pretty sunny out, so not too bad in terms of weather. But there is no building thunderstorm today.
Okay.
It's sad. It's a sad thunder strike.
I'm
Would-
just all about getting the hell out of here. All about that.
Likewise. Let's get the hell out of here.
You contacted Yama and told him about everything that went down, right?
Yep. He's got it all.
And we know the location of the ogres. We know that they're in league with orcs for some reason. What is our current objective then?
Note they're in much less league than they were before. We kind of fucked that up.
Yes, we
Okay, so that's something that I actually didn't get with last session since I came in late. They were making a deal with orcs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really high level orcs.
That people were scared of to look at.
Huh.
In really, really nice armor.
Riding dragons.
Yeah, to the
Wyverns.
Thundershrike's credit, it's not like we went in there and surgically fucked up its eggs. We totally left our own people to die, too.
Yeah.
We're really just monsters all around.
Yeah, why don't we just tell it that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure
by the
it'll-
way, I killed your girlfriend not because I wanted to, but because she shocked the shit out of me.
She was,
That was totally self-defense.
yeah, that's self-defense, you know. Seems legit to me. Did I miss anything crazy?
Nah.
No, nothing crazy has happened yet.
Trying
No.
to
Yeah,
decide what to
I'm
do
actually
next.
on the ride home, so I can't be on super long. I'll hop on when I get to the house, but I got a 45-minute drive.
Oh, dude, you should focus on driving. Well, just give us some marching
Why?
orders. Because you should get home to your wife and one.
Oh, no. You got to realize, like, I'm not driving in Boston. I'm driving in backwoods, South Carolina. Like, the worst, most terrible thing's going to happen is a turkey attack. Like, there's nothing.
You go
Oh,
off
man,
the
don't-
road
don't
and you're
joke about
30
that,
minutes
man.
from
That's how my uncle
civilization.
died.
I mean, you
It'll
do
be
get
alright.
kicked in the
Turkey
head
right
with
up the
the
Hey,
nose.
man. What's wrong with turkeys? My cousin's a turkey. Don't talk
Some of my
about him
best
like...
friends are turkeys.
My best friends are
I don't appreciate you talking about him like that, unlike those damn artichokes.
Hey,
Hey, watch it with the artichoke.
Artichokes are good people.
They're just misunderstood.
people eat artichokes every day.
It's so perfect.
Because at least turkeys, you only have to worry about the one day out of the year, man, where it's just cultural genocide.
Artichokes have hearts, too.
They're just tasty.
The hearts are the best part.
Are you saying turkeys don't have hearts?
Right.
I know turkeys have hearts
They
because
do. They're really
excellent
good when you
gravy.
boil them and turn them into gravy.
I'm
Literally.
just thinking back to that video of the guys gobbling at the turkeys, and all the turkeys are gobbling back at once.
That sounds entertaining. I'll have to see that later.
Yeah, I gotta look that up. So what's going on right now? I'll get off in like 5 minutes. But what's going on?
We are on our way back, trying to figure out what exactly we need to do, since we basically accomplished our mission, but I don't know what's next.
Yeah, you guys were just basically leaving the mountains. It's kind of on you guys at this point on what you're deciding to do.
I say we just go back to camp.
Okay.
That seem fair to y'all?
Yeah, that does sound fair.
Ask
Yeah.
Ishul to like cover our tracks.
And there you go.
Or get
There's
us
the
there
link.
quicker.
Joy.
Something like that.
Vous voulez ça?
This sounds good.
Ça va?
Just resolve ourselves to the fact that we left 2 people to die, torture and all that mess.
Yeah, everybody. They were worried they weren't going to be sad enough without you here, and I think you're doing a good job of reminding them.
Good. I was actually on mute for a while there. I heard all the terrible things y'all said about me.
Good.
Well, they
Yeah.
haven't been harumphing enough, so...
Right.
Rumpf! Rumpf!
Okay, so you guys are just going to head back to camp?
Yeah.
Unless somebody wants to do something else, that seems fair to me.
No, I want to go back to camp.
Okay.
Oh,
You guys
my-
are 14 miles out. There's no road half of the way. You'll probably arrive there probably around 4 o'clock.
Fair.
Okay.
Good weather, pretty clear. At least there's no ogres in Bramerstead.
Oh yeah, we have to go through
Oh.
Bramerstead.
Could we? I do have a question. Is it possible for Yama to track the ogres, or not the orcs, from whence they came
No.
through scrying?
Well, you can only scry like 6 or 7 times a day, and it's like a fixed window in space. So if
Okay.
they're flying on wyverns, he can only kind of spy like one specific coordinate spot before they'll fly out of range of it.
Okay.
And he'll exhaust all of his uses over the course of like 2 or 3 miles of having to,
Yeah, that's fair.
recast
I'm a
it
wizard,
to-
not a radar.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I
it
was
doesn't
just
like
curious.
dash cam them. It's not like a drone.
Unless we
That's what
put like a
familiars are.
scrying basin on a floating disc, then it becomes a dash cam.
Yeah, it becomes a predator drone.
Yeah, man.
Which, speaking of, you kind of made your party monk into a drone. He's dropping all sorts of ordnance on things.
That was brilliant. That was wonderful.
All right.
That's our standard MO from now on. Plan accordingly.
Yep. Implemented.
Abuse 4 third-level spells.
It's one of the better things we've done. Amen.
Not abuse if you're using them as intended.
Using all 4 of them in one
We
situation.
have to abuse.
Using all of them in one situation.
You're invisible. You're
Call it
invisible.
abuse.
Yeah,
You're
you're
invisible.
invisible. You're invisible. You're flying. You're invisible.
Call it
You are the one to
you know, you say abuse, we call it stacking the odds in our favor. Because damn it, we need all the odds we can get.
48 ogres. That's all I have to say. I have no hard feelings about blowing all of my third level spells in one go. 38 ogres.
I actually believe
Yeah.
that's down to.
Yeah, so what happens when we get back?
You guys are actually down to it's 35.
Oh, we're high rollers.
Yeah, getting there. I'm on my way. So you guys, oh, excuse me. You guys make your way back through Bramerstead. You get there by a little after noon. It looks pretty much the same as before, right? Where everything, all the ogres kind of left everything is where it stayed. It kind of looks trashed. You notice a lot of the doors, the windows, the tunnels and stuff, they've kind of got a lot of water streaming out. The river that kind of runs through the entire place is engorged and almost overflowing the banks. They've been getting a lot of rain lately. The environment's very damp, very, excuse me,
How'd you
muddy.
fuck up?
So, but Bramerstead, it's got a lot of water running through it. You guys make your way over and across. Take your time to sit, rest, eat your lunch and everything. And out the other side of Bramerstead, you guys re-find the road that leads down to the forest in which you knew Garrison was camped at. So you guys hit the trail, and it's nice walking on actually flattened roads for once. It's just a dirt road, but it's much easier going. You guys don't realize how sore your feet are from walking on uneven terrain until you actually hit even terrain again. But you zip along from about 1:30 to about 4 in the afternoon when you come across the bend in the road where you know that Garrison is about a click down and into the forest. You guys go down there and you definitely see a lot of the trees, the branches, and everything like that. A lot of the trees have a good chunk of their foliage stripped bare. Some of the trees are overturned. Large branches missing are all over the road.
Gross.
Yeah, portions of the road are a little washed out where large amounts of water have sodden the ground and waterlogged it to the point where it just sloughed right off. You guys have seen a few landslides in the distance, or evidence of landslides, not them actually happening. There's waterfalls coming off of the mountains to the north and to the west. As the water is just flowing out, you can hear the river far in the distance. It sounds very like it's coursing. It's very, very powerful. You can imagine what the rapids look like at this time. So you guys get down. You guys go off road and you make it across the open.
Fucking
field.
Hurricane Joaquin.
Yeah. You walk your way. There's like a black Twitter post that was like, why do they be naming hurricanes like Sandy and Ruth? They need to name that shit like Hurricane Death Megatron 9000. People be evacuating like they need to. So you guys make your way across and you get into the forest. There's a lot more debris and stuff to get over, a number of fallen trees. And where before you've just bumped into a sentry, you're a palisade, a very rough, worn, hodgepodge palisade comes into view.
Is that new?
That is new.
Roll
Does it look
perception to see if
human
there's any
construction?
roll perception to see if there's any activity at Palisade.
Alright, yes, there is activity. You can hear noises, obviously being a little muffled somewhat by just the amount of moisture and dampness in the air. Humidity is off the charts. Feels more like a jungle in here. There is, do you spot a kind of a watchtower? It really looks like one dude just shimmied up an extra tall pole and is just hanging out on it. Maybe 50, 100 yards down the wall perimeter. And you hear some sounds inside, but nothing too loud. So you can kind of...
Spyglass me, Jethro.
Spyglass.
I look at the dude on the watch pole. Is he dressed in like Legion gear?
Yeah, he's definitely
Garrison
wearing he's not wearing any armor, but he is he's wearing Garrison like under like the cloth kind of tunic that they wear underneath their armor.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll wave at him.
All right, so you guys, make the distance and come up to wave to him, and he recognizes you guys, especially Ishel, and waves you guys on over. You guys follow the wall around, and you find a opening. No formal gate structure yet, just kind of an opening with a beaten dirt path traveling in and out of it, manned by 2 guards on the inside. They recognize it as you guys come in, and a number of other soldiers who are laying around come up to kind of help assist you guys with your packs and everything like that. Well, some bring water. Some bring a few pieces of food that they had cooking over a fire, while one runs off to go get tolls.
Okay.
So, but yeah, they're generally just going to kind of be helping out. It's a pretty... You notice that all of them are pretty quiet, pretty beaten. They're really exhausted. Not really a lot of mirth and excitement right now.
Yeah, I
Can't
take
imagine
note
why.
of this and go up to one of the garrison guys. Like, so it looks like you guys have had a rough couple of days.
He's going to look up at you. You can definitely tell he's sleep deprived. He definitely looks, you can see like a few bed sores where he's kind of been hanging out, like definitely on one side. His feet, he's actually got them not in his boots, and he's actually just walking around barefoot. He's definitely got a case of like trench foot and stuff like that. Yeah, he's not looking like he's feeling too hot, and he's just going to say, that's what happens when they make you ride out about 4 thunderstorms out here. And his voice is kind of emotionless, deadpan. He's exhausted.
It's a hard and unforgiving place.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Winston says, "Well, I'm pretty sure they're done for now." Looking back towards the volcano.
Well, today would be the first day in a week we haven't gotten one. Who knows about tomorrow? He's gonna kind of like just plod off, just squelching out and back over to his campfire. You're gonna see him. The tents have been kind of reinforced somewhat with what little wooden supplies they kind of had. The whole barricades maybe 50 yards in radius. And you can definitely tell they're all piled into these reinforced covered tents. 5 or 6 soldiers per tent, where normally it's just 2. Given that this is what they rode the storms out in. It's very, very, very poor improvised shelter, and it was very poor shelter at that. These guys are just getting beaten up by exposure.
Let's get to the command tent and
Alright. So you guys make your way, and you guys pass, like, on your way in, you guys are going to pass 2 wagons that have just boxes and crates and stuff in them. They're kind of half sunken into the mud at this point, their wheels are. They definitely don't look like they'd be moved without significant amounts of effort. The draft animals that you presume for pulling these things are gone. You don't know where they are. You haven't seen them inside the palisade or even heard them.
That sucks.
Yeah. The meat that they offered you guys sure was tasty, though. So the command tent's definitely much smaller in size now. They actually did their best to erect some kind of wooden house as opposed to just kind of reinforcing a lean-to. And it looks like it's kind of unstable on its last peg, yet they're still using it. So they open up the door. They actually have a door on this one, but they open up the door. They let you inside. And, you're going to kind of see a single lamp illuminating the room with tools there, and he comes over to greet you guys and goes for the forearm clasp.
But one of these days we're just gonna turn it down just to see what people do. No, we'll forearm clasp.
So he shakes your hand. He'll look at you. His eyes are dead. He's got bags under his eyes. He's gonna look pretty beat himself, and he's gonna say, "Report, Whiston."
So I tell him that we found the ogre camp. Give him a layout of how, or a description of how it was laid out, approximate numbers, and then tell him about the 2 chests and the 2 hostages, the orcs on the wyverns, our daring plan to ruin their negotiations, and about our 2 encounters with Thunderstrikes.
He's gonna think about all this. He's gonna write down a good chunk of it.
And
then give you an amazing
and Jethro's
recap.
gonna speak up and say 36.
Technically, it's 35.
Or 35.
Tolls is going to, take this. It's obviously he's gonna be taking a few minutes. This whole story kind of takes about 10 minutes to recount to him. He makes some notes down on his paper. He kind of moves a few pieces around on the board, approximating where the ogres are in relation to their camp.
Oh, do I have one of those like badass scars now that people get when they're struck by lightning? Where it just looks like a lightning strike on your skin because it follows all the blood vessels.
Oh, the capillaries and stuff?
Yeah.
I've seen those. They're really cool.
You've got a it's about 3 inches radius on your left shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Sweet. The chicks will dig it.
So, but yeah, I mean, Whiston was pretty white before, but so it doesn't stand out a ton, but it's there.
Oh.
The only worst person to have that happen to them would be Cedric, and then it wouldn't be noticeable.
No, it'd be magic, man. The glow with blue magical energy.
Lightning touched.
Lightning touch.
Yeah, but even with that, I mean, does Cedric really want more female attention?
Oh, nobody would ever see it. He's probably a never nude, but...
Never nude?
What, you've never heard that term?
No.
Well, consider yourself enlightened.
I was a never nude.
Never nude? You're a nudist, then? I believe is the truncated term.
I may or may not be doing naked GMing right now.
Go for it, man. I fully support your life choices.
I mean, now's a good opportunity if you want to see pictures of my cat. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
No, Sonny, I don't want to see your cat as much.
That's discrimination. Identify as cat positive.
It's a pussy preference. I'm sorry.
Pussy preference.
Oh. Why?
Because I want to make you suffer more.
Girls gotta have at least 6 tits. I'm not looking.
No. Oh man, speaking of which, boy, was there a DeviantArt post today.
Oh, Jesus. Please don't link DeviantArt to our viewers again. Why?
Did I do it before?
Yeah?
Oh well, I'm not sorry.
Like, if I have to see this shit, so
Hey.
does everybody else.
You absolutely don't have to click this.
But you're going to anyway.
I'll maybe click it once the stream. Anyway, so Kemos is gonna read all this, and once you guys finish, he's going to say, he's gonna ask Cedric.
Why?
What the fuck? Oh.
I've got to sign in to confirm my age. Whew. Oh no, I can just enter my birth date.
Oh, Holt lost an inch.
Oh.
Gentle giant thing. Jesus. I don't actually know if it. I mean, I guess it's a girl for reasons. Sleepy Meg. I've never wanted something so badly.
Is that a comment?
Yeah, top comment.
Uh,
Oh, commented 2 hours ago. This person's alive and amongst us.
I like that.
Monster meds. Oh man, they look like the greatest pillows. Ah, heart.
oh god.
Oh gosh, they have such a nice color scheme. What's got a nice color scheme?
I don't want to. You don't want to know. I don't want to know.
I
Go back.
I hate
go back
being
to-
the kind of guy who has to answer questions that he asks.
Because the answers
Jesus.
terrify you.
Well, you want something also really weird.
Is there? Do they make like eyeball rinse? Can I
Eye
wash
bleach.
Can I wash my eyes out? Jesus Christ! Why?
What?
I mean, that's more just hilarious. But what?
Kaiser.
You're welcome. This is one of the many services I provide for you.
Do you have this shit like favorited or something? Like how? Do you just have like a bookmark tab that's just like weird shit other people?
Yeah, weird shit I found on TV.
Yeah, sure. I have that bookmark tab. It's called deviantart.com.
Oh,
Kaiser, when did you draw that?
I wish I'd be a lot richer. People pay a lot of money for that.
Yeah,
Is
they
that
do.
like... Are his arms amputated?
I don't know. I don't want to look again.
This might be the most normal thing that they have.
There's a
Why?
yeah.
Why does she
So
have a
that's-
beard?
There's a very strong body positive and trans positive wave going around the furry community and furry artists.
Really?
Yeah.
That's strange.
Also, I need to log off.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's
God.
something you found on the
Oh
internet.
my god.
Kaiser, explain this shit.
I can't explain that.
That's-
There is nothing about that I can explain.
The title is called Titty Wolf.
That makes a lot of sense. That is a
Got a bad
completely
case of
apt
the Titty
title.
Wolf.
I need to make you guys fight those someday.
yeah.
You're gonna fight a bunch of titty wolves.
That's
That's
Yep.
a perfect enemy for an RPG. You entered my magical piss force, and it's full of titty worlds. Big old floppy vaginas.
It's also growling at you.
But mostly it's the tits that are actually wolves.
You want some titty? Oh no. Oh. She actually... Lingerie design commission.
Meh.
Yeah, you guys gotta see this if I saw it. I'm sorry.
the problem is I've got a coworker here. And so
If your
he's
coworker
subject
doesn't
to-
already know this shit about you, linked it to us. You opened this Pandora's box.
Well, my coworker's pretty understanding,
Hey.
but this is probably some of the weirder stuff I've seen. I haven't sorted through this person's entire DeviantArt page.
Why do you need to draw a dick on that?
It's like peekaboo. Like
I can't explain it. I don't know.
Kaiser, I mean,
Hmm.
I'm not into these communities at all. I think anybody other than me would be closer to understanding their methodology. So I'm looking at you for answers.
I find that a lot of the art that trundles through there reflects the attitudes of young adults and especially the kind of Tumblr type community. And right now that seems to be a big topic over there. That's the only way I can explain it.
That couldn't have been any clearly worded. Any better worded than if it came out of Moses's like art history textbook.
That's I don't know. I to tell you the god honest truth is I really do love the furry community. I'm not a part of it, but they're extremely colorful. They're pretty nice, accepting people.
And they
And they-
shell out.
They shell out a ton of money, and I don't know. They're a lot of fun to hang out with. But you know, like any community, the periphery is going to be a little weird. And since they're very accepting of weird, the weird just kind of gets weirder. So
It
There you go.
evolves. It's weird.
it evolves.
Weird version 2.
I really don't have a problem with it. I think it's pretty interesting. I don't normally look at the stuff that you linked, but you know, to each their own.
I accept that it exists.
I accept that it exists. It's not for me. That's no, I'm okay with that. It's kind of like Mexican wrestling. It's totally okay that it exists, but it's not for me. From the mouth of babes. Anyways.
So-
wow.
Meanwhile, back in Turellen,
Yeah.
the distinct lack of tit wolves.
That you know of.
And we are all made poorer for it.
We just have to worry about the birds bursting out of our chest.
What kind of scrub campaign
Oh.
is this? It doesn't even have titty wolves. Alright, Kaiser, it turns out I don't have your phone number, so I can't send you pictures of my cat.
Oh, it's 617.
Oh,
Here, let
I'll
me
do
just
it
type
later
it over
now.
here. Yeah, it's in the window.
Okay, so Tolls is gonna kind of like look at you guys if you guys go off on a tangent about weird shit he knows nothing about, and he's gonna ask if you guys happen to know if the ogres, if you saw their movement about where they might be heading or what they're doing.
We don't know where they're heading. We do know that they're going to have to get something to replace the gift that they were going to give those orcs. I have no idea what they're going to take next. But it would probably mean that they're coming back to the valley.
Yeah.
You figure a lot of that here is probably like right now at the south place, but once they've been out loud for a while,
Right.
it's supposed to...
So he's gonna kind of like look around at the rest of you. He's gonna say, perhaps we should put some thought into locating their next target.
And setting up some of those delayed fireball mines along the way.
Were we able to scry the path that they had traveled along? Because if we could get kind of their bearing, maybe we could approximate their destination.
Yeah, you know now that you've got Yama kind of locked into him, he'll be able to keep a tab on where they are and kind of feed that over to you.
Okay, that works.
So you guys
Yama MVP.
Yeah, so he's spending like basically 24/7 just doing these scryings, making sure that he's got a good grasp on where the ogres are and everything like that. So as far as location goes, you guys know where they are. They haven't come out of the hills yet. But what their next step is, you guys don't really know. He's going to kind of like run his hands through his hair and he's going to say, either way, the boys need some rest. This last week's been hard on them. Having to sit here and weather these storms.
I hope Havensall is alright.
He's gonna say, if this continues to upset the land, if this campaign continues to upset the land the way it is, we're in for a poor harvest. Most of the fields might get washed out.
Great! One more thing to worry about.
He's gonna shrug and be like, not that that particularly matters. I have most of the farmers here with me.
Well, shit, who's growing stuff right now?
It's early enough in the season that we can plant a late crop.
Oh, okay. But not if everything's washed out.
Yeah, he's gonna say, the the nutrients of the earth could be affected. Either way, this campaign has been going on long enough. Yama and Havens believe they have a plan that could potentially settle this campaign in once and for all. One final hammer blow, if you will.
I am all for that.
He's going to look over to the rest of you guys.
I'm in.
What does he have in mind?
He's gonna, he's gonna kind of like take a few minutes to look at his campaign thing. He's gonna leaf through a few pieces of paper, and he's gonna be saying, "Young acolyte Cedric,
Yep.
you know of these ogres' location in conjunction with Yama. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you happen to know their estimated arrival back into the valley, when my men will have to be active?"
When would you say? Or what does it seem to be, would you say?
You're gonna need a few minutes to actually talk to Yama about that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
off the
tell
top
him.
of your head, you haven't downloaded with him since this morning. It's now about 4 o'clock.
Yeah. I've only really gotten to speak with him once since I get back. I'll speak with him and get a correct estimate to you as soon as possible.
He's gonna say, he's gonna nod. Good. Let me know. These men, they've been beaten and battered and exposed to the elements. They need a few days rest to resume fighting effectiveness, I would say. To attempt to engage the ogres with anything less than full morale and full strength would be catastrophic to our numbers. To say, if you guys can, and I'm not telling you to, this is not a direct order, any attempt at a delaying action while we move our pieces for our plan into place would be most beneficial.
Oh, we gotta go back.
He's going to say, okay, the green one doesn't want to. Anybody else?
Hang on.
I'll speak with Jeffro about it.
I don't think anybody really wants to.
Yeah.
If we need to, then we'll do it. But
Want is a very strong word.
yeah,
He's going to look at you guys and say, look, take some rest. We're not expecting them to come charging in on us overnight. It's still at least a hard day and a half's travel, even for ogres. But you are amongst the only few fighting forces I have right now.
I'm sure if we could get some mounts or something, we could probably do some hit and run attacks on their position as they're moving.
He's going to kind of look slightly disgusted and say, I wish I had those kinds of resources to offer you. Sadly, we're fresh out.
It's okay.
And he's going to like slide the plate away from him.
Yeah, he said, Winston catches the hint, but he says, oh, it's alright, we've got young acolyte Cedric here. Just starts clapping him on the shoulder.
Cedric was like, did not even catch that at all. Just like, huh?
Hey, don't think too hard, buddy.
You'll break your magic machine.
You break the magic machine. So he's gonna say, help yourself to whatever resources we have available. Let me know what you guys decide to do. The resupply wagon should be here in 4 days' time, providing all goes according to plan.
Which it won't.
Our priority is to ensure the ogres do not leave this section of the valley, and if I can have my men rest while doing so, I will.
Okay. Well, let's go make nuisances of ourselves.
Yep.
All right.
Once you hear back from Yama, we'll formulate a plan of attack.
Yeah. All right. So you guys leave, and
Hold on one second, cat.
I'm trying to make my partner. Why does she look so sad? The eyebrow?
Okay, I'm back.
you know,
Come
so
here.
you guys, he dismisses you guys, and you guys leave the tent.
Okay.
Anything in particular you guys are gonna do?
I'm gonna go over to Yama and start making a nuisance of myself.
Alright, so you find a decent place where you're somewhat secluded, and you attempt to telepathically link with Yama. After a few seconds, you hear a response, and you're just going to hear the dry, emotionless acolyte.
We're trying to approximate how long it's going to take for the ogres to reach this camp. What would your impression of that be?
I was going to say that entirely depends on how long it takes for their business with Thunderstrike to wrap up.
Oh, I see. They're engaged currently?
They appear to be drawing closer to its nesting grounds on the mountain.
Interesting. That'll be fun.
To say, after that, I would imagine them to descend into the valley again. They're creatures of impulse, and I would imagine they're getting bored without anything to chase and kill and pull apart.
Well, I mean, if we were able to take down that one thunder strike, I imagine a company of ogres should be able to do it handily. I don't expect it'll slow them down too long. Might take one or two out, though.
He's going to say, their plan with going after a single thunder strike, I'm not 100% sure. Perhaps you could postulate that they're searching for more eggs to recoup what they've lost during your previous actions. But the other one appears to be males, so
Probably not much luck of that, then.
we can only hope. Having something go our way for once wouldn't be amiss. He's going to say, I will continue to monitor them, but the progress is slow. They're ascending the lower slopes of the volcano at this time.
Okay. Keep us updated if you can.
He's going to say, my ability to monitor them over the upcoming few days will be limited. I will be departing with the resupply tram in an attempt to come to the base camp.
I see. Godspeed. Good luck.
Thank you, Acolyte, and the same to you.
Okay. So with that information, I'll probably relay that to the group and then report back to the guard captain at once with what I found.
All right, you tell Tolls he's got basically kind of the same question you have: is what the hell do the ogres want going up there? But he kind of quickly dismisses it with a very strong, well, that's okay with me. If they want to go play around in the sticks against magical beasties, more power to them. He's going to say if, once you hear word of them mobilizing and descending down into the valley, let us know and we'll be there to meet them.
Okay. I'll keep you updated.
Excellent. Good work, son.
Yeah, R&R. Too bad there's no half-orc girls around here.
Yep, so you guys can, I mean, it's all kind of on you guys what you want to do right now. You've got a request made of you, but once again, this is, nobody's giving you guys any direct order. You're not
Alright, well,
part
I'm going
of-
to take the day to not fight for my life for once.
What the fuck is
And,
that?
then I'll, I'll
Yeah, I'm
read
actually
that
going to
journal.
take the day to sleep as well.
Yeah, you guys go sleep for like the next 20 hours?
Like, I see Ball actually go to sleep, and I'm just like, what?
Ball sleeps?
You can do that?
It was a ruse! I am merely pretending to fit in! Pure pressure's how you make
He's
friends.
not sleeping, he's waiting.
I'm gonna read the journal while we wait.
Yeah, what was that shit from True Detective? I don't sleep anymore. I just dream.
Hey, when's the new season of that coming out?
The new season?
Isn't there a
There's already-
season 2?
There is.
Yeah.
It's been
Oh,
out.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen that. I'm gonna have
It's
to.
What
not.
did it
It's
have
not.
in it?
It's not very good.
No?
It doesn't follow the same characters or anything. It's a completely different story.
Yeah, but then
Those
who
characters were
was
so
in season 2?
good.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, I was about to say Vince Vaughn and wasn't it someone else too?
The guy. Shit. I know his face. I don't remember his name.
So Moses? I finally
Rachel
got Dave
McAdams,
to,
Colin Farrell. That's what
Yeah,
it
Colin
is.
Farrell. Yeah.
Colin Farrell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rachel
Okay.
McAdams, Colin Farrell, Vince Vaughn.
Well, I guess it's better than Will Ferrell. So Holt, goodness, Dave's finally sent over the troops page information for Holt. 5'6".
Yeah. Puts him on. He's not the same size as Felix then.
He's as tall as I am.
Oh,
He doesn't
got
even.
the
He
other
like
person there.
barely brushes Talon's chin.
I think he's the same height as Felix and Winston.
Oh. I think Cedric was actually pretty tall. What was he? Oh yeah, he's just 5'8". It's average.
Wait, how tall is Cosmov?
Kozmov?
Yeah.
I think she's like. I'm gonna look. I have it written down.
5'3".
Alright,
Oh,
so
5'3". She's
we're going to
tiny.
take a quick break just because at this time you guys are going to get to do whatever R&R you want to. Whiston, you read your book. This will be a good chance for us to kind of let Kane catch up. And I am going to attempt to get a bite to eat.
Nice.
Right,
I'm gonna
I'll
do
try
this.
not to fall asleep.
Yeah, we'll catch up at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Alright.
Hello?
Yo.
Hey, man. At the exact wrong time, didn't I?
Yeah, we're going to take a 15. It's time for our 15, so we can all grab bites, drinks, and take huge jumps if you need to.
Be back in 15 then.
All right.
Probably for the best.
Hey, Weston, I'm going to send you the next journal entry.
Sweet.
So, cool. While he's gone, does anything cool happen?
Anybody want to catch him up?
Not really. We just talked with Tolls. Is his name? At the camp. And he's given us a option to try and go harass the ogres for a little bit to give his men some time to rest. That's the biggest thing. Yama's keeping an eye on them. They're apparently fighting the ogres are apparently the ogres are fighting at the thunder strike that Moses saw.
So how do we go about it? So how do y'all feel about that? Would y'all like to go harass them? I would.
Yeah. I think we're going to.
Hey, BRB.
The way I look at it is the more we kill, the less that the settlers have to fight in combat.
Right.
Let's not put ourselves in over amounts of danger, of course, but...
Now, they're like a day and a half out, but since they're in the middle of fighting the thunder strike, or at least hunting it down, trying to find more eggs,
we got time.
Yeah, we're just resting at the moment. Taking a day.
I'm all for it. All right. Be back in 15 then. Thank you for filling me in.
Yeah. Moses, you spend a good few hours kind of reading through inconsequential ones, talking about, the bread she made that day, the walk she took, the flowers she saw, before you kind of stumble across that gem. That's kind of the next one that has any kind of significant meaning to you.
Has he gone about starting to read the journal?
Yeah.
Cool. Any snippets,
And,
Moses?
Moses, the thing in the parentheses, I wasn't actually supposed to copy and paste that. I totally spaced when I was like, doo-doo. So mentally omit the part in between the parentheses. Not that it really gives away a ton, but if he's even there. Oh well. Kirby. Yo,
What's up?
you sound really far away, like really tinny.
I'm on my Xbox.
Oh, okay.
That ain't better?
Yeah, I can hear you at least much better. Still sound
Yeah.
a little weird, but I mean, I guess that's what
Yeah,
the
that's... Yeah, it's the weird canceling or whatever with the Xbox thing.
Xbox- the weird whatever with the Xbox.
Yeah.
So did you have like some kind of wrestling meet way out in the boonies?
Yep.
How'd your guys do?
Meh.
Meh. You don't particularly care how they did, or they did meh?
Both. No, actually, see, our football team's going to state. So all of my good kids I don't have yet. Does that make sense?
Yeah. They'll come in halfway through the season or something?
They'll come in next week.
That's cool.
But this Saturday is the football state championship, and the kids went to state. So all my good kids are MIA. So I have all the nerds that don't play sports right now.
Oh well, should be fairly easy to deal with until then.
Oh, it's easy to deal with. They just suck. They'll do everything I tell them to. They're just bitches. It's one of those things, man.
Well, you know how it goes. You're supposed to get bitches and give back badasses.
Yeah, and I've done that to a couple.
Just
But
a
you
few.
know. Oh well. Oh well. So we're back in camp right now?
Yeah. I almost couldn't hear you there.
Again, because I've had the mic friggin' up. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes more sense. That better?
Yeah, much. Yeah, you guys are in
Yeah.
camp. You guys just debriefed with Poles, and basically, the resupply wagon will be here in 4 days. The ogres are ascending the lower slopes of the volcano, heading towards where the Thunderstrike nest, and for reasons unclear, you guys are taking the camp. All the soldiers have been battered, beat by these few storms that have come through. So they've got serious cases of like trench foot and stuff like that. They've used whatever resources was in the previous resupply route run to.
They need the next one in order to be better off, yeah.
Yeah, they've eaten the draft animals. Food supplies are low. They're sick. They're infected.
And the storms is what's been delaying the resupply so bad.
Yeah. So, and then they So I mean, like they've got like trench foot bed sources. They're cramming like 5 or 6 into a like basically a reinforced tent. All that lumber that you guys saw in Havensholt, they've used it to build this shoddy fortification because they basically didn't have any time. They had to kind of build it in the storm to weather the storm. So their morale's real low, and their general fighting effectiveness is pretty low right now.
Yeah, we don't want them anywhere near it. All right.
Yeah. So which is why
How are the mercs?
The mercs? You guys haven't seen them. They're not in camp.
I'd like to go look.
They're not around camp.
They just rolled out.
As far as you guys can tell, they're not here. There's no sign of them. None of their gear is here.
I'm gonna ask Tolls about the mercs.
And we'll get into that actually right about now. Everybody, yay, welcome back. Everybody, hello.
What's up?
Oh, well. Okay. So, yeah, no, we can do that. Jethro, you approached Tolls, I imagine, just a little bit later, a few minutes later.
Yeah, I'm here. I was just muted.
No, you're fine.
Hey, Master Sergeant, I wanted to know, what happened to the, mercenaries?
He's
Oh,
He's
can
gonna,
you
like,
turn it off?
look up at you. You just, the dead glare in
I'll
his
put it up in a
eyes,
second.
the exhausted demeanor as he's kind of just slumped over
Yeah,
his
if it's
table.
done. Okay, thank you.
Can I have a piece? Oh, I don't think she heard me, Terry.
Sorry about that.
I want a piece of whatever cake.
Yeah, it's not cake. I made rice.
Oh. Can I have 2,000 pieces of it then? So, he's gonna kind of like look up at you and say, well, I don't know. They saw the fortification and they decided that they were going to leave to secure the other side of the river. Haven't heard from them in 3 days.
They're probably cutting her on.
Well, they didn't get paid up front, so let me say that.
Oh, nod. So how far is it across the river, Jake?
The river itself is fairly wide. It's maybe usually it's about 75 feet wide, but especially with the amount of rain you guys have received in the last few days, it's easily 100 feet wide with a very, very strong current.
I have a question. Would Yama be able to scry the general area? Know where the mercs are? We need to know where our assets are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Toll said they went whenever the storm started hitting. They left when they realized that there wasn't going to be a big enough encampment or enough resources for them both.
Mm-hmm.
And went to secure the other side of the river, and he presumes they've set up some kind of outpost over in the other glade, just in case the ogres tried any to try and sneak past through the storm, being that they're a lot more resilient to it than humans are. That's
Gotcha.
That's his theory, although he doesn't trust them as far as he could throw them, so where they actually are, he doesn't. He can only guess and hope.
Well, I really don't find them. I don't find them to be honorable men, but if they haven't been paid yet, then they're probably still around. I just want to know where our assets are.
Yeah. They're over there, as far as anybody knows.
Can we get a?
Yama's been full-time scrying on the ogres. He hasn't had
Fair
any spare resources to go over there. His assumption is that the men in charge are able to manage their own assets here, and he doesn't need to kind of watch over them like that.
Can we ask Pepsi to go look?
Fairly clear day. Pepsi could probably make it in a few hours' time.
Yeah, we can send Pepsi out.
Yeah, I'll thank Cedric.
Okay. So you guys send this healthy-looking poultry out to go fly over a bunch of starving honorless men who are positioned somewhere out in the boonies. A lot of bows and arrows.
She'll be flying high.
Flying high!
If Pepsi dies, I'm sorry.
Should get a new one.
It's not the same. You can name it Coke with a K.
Name it Dr. Thunder or some off-market brand.
Yeah.
So, you guys send Pepsi out. Anybody else up to anything in particular?
It's fine. We're gonna be okay.
What's that?
Said anybody else doing anything in particular?
Mostly preparing my spells for the next day and studying up on thunder strikes, I think.
Okay, so evening is setting in the camp. Everybody's kind of going around doing their evening chores. Somebody's listening to something pretty loudly.
Oh, sorry, that's Fallout in the background.
But no, everybody's kind of busying themselves with whatever evening stuff. A few people are cooking meals. Some people are cleaning gunk out of the armor and stuff. Excuse me. Being the first dry day, the guy attempting to do any kind of repair has started up his little mini forge again. And everybody's generally trying to keep their feet and limbs dry, clean off their uniforms, avoid the mud, and general things like that. The general mood of the camp's pretty quiet.
Pretty low. I'll have a sit down with Whiston. See what's going on. Ask him to be like, so what you find out? I have a vested interest in this. I care.
I don't know, I think Moses may be laid down in his bed and isn't getting back up.
Has my microphone been unplugged this whole time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic. I found out that my mom really has a thing for garrison soldiers when she was a teenager. That's it so far.
I'll look at him and start to say the word details, and then no, never mind. Like, how so?
Oh no, she's just. It's like listening to a 15 winter girl talk about the boys at the other stead, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
No, I did find that there's a note in here about a guy with short, wavy brown hair and green eyes who carries an impossibly finely crafted weapon. So I think that's Seon, and she seems to spend the most time writing about him.
You. Grody.
No, luckily it hasn't gotten to anything too disgusting.
Green-eyed, wavy-haired.
Wavy brown hair.
Hmm.
Do we know any green-eyed people?
Me?
You.
Well, my eyes are green, but I've got ginger hair.
It's wavy, though.
It is wavy,
It
but
looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck.
it's ginger. It is bright orange. Does that look like brown hair to you?
It just doesn't smell like a duck.
Yeah. Confirmation of ginger.
Yep. That's it so far.
Who do we know that's green-eyed? Like, I can't get into Roll20, so...
You can't get into Roll20?
Right.
Oh.
Because I don't want to start up my computer.
And you're not getting Roll20 messages.
Are you sending me Roll20 messages?
I would be if you were on.
Damn it.
If, like, Jethro is trying to mentally think about it, I could point out a number of people.
Okay, do that, Leanne. Bring me your laptop. As you cackle at me, like a fucking witch monster thing. In a moment.
Yeah.
I'll be getting them in a moment.
But everybody, kind of off the top of your head, there's probably a good, I don't know, 15 to 20% of the valley population has green eyes.
What about brown wavy hair that we know? What's wrong?
Well, brown being a dominant gene,
Color?
it's, yeah, probably 80% of the valley has
Brown wavy hair?
well, brown hair, yeah.
So this literally weighs down nothing!
Yeah, it doesn't really help narrow it down. I mean, you guys might as well be trying to narrow it down to males. And not to mention that this was written 27 years ago.
So sorry. Your fancy
sorry, Craig.
tablet computer.
Somebody just set off a fat man.
Moses,
they-
is that some kind of euphemism?
They
Yeah,
j-
it's a euphemism for a
bomb.
tiny nuke exploding.
Yeah, it's a nuke. No, he just got through that initial part where your partner gets shot.
Oh.
Well, thanks for that. Spoilers.
You've already played the game.
I know. I'm about 40 hours in.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert and something that happens in the first 2 minutes.
Dude, I spent at least an hour and a half making my people. Totally in the first couple hours. I lovingly crafted both myself and my wife.
That was your. Yeah.
And then my
Why
wife
would you name your
immediately
son
got shot.
Sean?
I don't know. Like,
None of us are allowed to name our kids Sean. Sean!
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 Sean! Yeah, I feel like my son wouldn't be that much of a bitch. He'd probably drop kick the guy for pulling him out of the mother's arms. He don't play no shit. As an infant. Is it Roll20.net?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yes.
Something. Anyways, so yeah, anybody else up to anything in particular? It's dinner time now. I imagine you're all just kind of sitting around, just staring blankly into a fire until something else happens.
I have
Pretty much.
Wonder Meal.
Yeah.
I got plenty of food.
Yeah, your guys' food is actually probably the best preserved. It's the least soggy. Everybody else's food has kind of gotten waterlogged to the point where it looks like they're just slurping up mush.
Gross.
I like
So-
mush.
Whenever you guys pull out your wander meal and your dried fruits and nuts and stuff, all the other soldiers are going to be licking their lips, looking over at you guys.
And I will be like, sucks to suck.
I trade one of them
Yeah.
for mine because I actually like mush.
All right. So you
I'll
trade.
try to help
you-
out best I can.
Yeah, you trade some a bit of wander meal for basically a soggy biscuit that they kind of just jammed pieces of beef jerky into,
Well, luckily, it's hardtack,
Just like
so
Dad
the
used
grain
to
was
make
probably
it.
made it better.
just like Dad used to make it.
Okay, did you send me anything?
Are you on now?
I'm on now.
Okay.
The backs
Anyways.
of Taraxes look dumb. I thought this would be an open compartment. This sucks.
So we're here. So yeah, no scrying there. I'll go, walk around, help out some people. Jake, the answer to that is I know. I just thought it was funny and wanted to clarify.
Yeah. So, anyways, Jethro goes around and attempt to, assist people in whatever way he can. It's if you ask if there's anything you can do, they send you out into the woods to go pick up some reeds and plant material to kind of drop onto the
Some
the
bare
mud.
asses.
Yeah, drop onto the mud so that way they're not kind of sinking into it as much. Just kind of, stabilize the earth inside the camp a little bit so it doesn't, it
Gotcha.
doesn't erode as much. Everybody else, you guys up to anything in particular?
Still looking up on thunder strikes and and trying to research those eggs and who those ogres might be working for, or what?
So you've pretty much tapped out the end of the knowledge that you could get out of the Thunderstrike.
Mm-hmm.
As far as anybody knows, you're in a really good position to make a scholarly adjustment to all known literature on them, having probably been the person in the valley who's now studied them the most.
And killed one.
Well,
Yeah.
I finished my dissertation on thunder strikes.
Yeah.
So next, I'm going to start looking into whatever books we might have on policy or what might be motivating this whole partnership out there.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
are.
really my specialty, but I'm curious.
Okay.
And I do
give me
have a lot of
knowledge
history.
Yeah, give me
Yeah.
knowledge history.
How's that for you?
26.
Yep.
All right, so it's not so much a history about this region, as in there are a few books, maybe 2 or 3, that very old, very dusty. Looks like not even Yama's opened them in many years. They kind of found on a dark, deep corner of the bookshelf that you only located them because you literally pulled every other single book off of the bookshelf, and it's now scattered somewhere in your little closet of a room. And it was about Turellen's history as a whole. You glean that to the north, historically, have always been an area that's the winters are harsher. It's more of a permanent tundra almost. It's too inhospitable for human habitation. So this is pretty much the Ilian Valley's the far end of where humanity's willing to settle, but that doesn't mean other things aren't up there and do it. With nature being as hard on as harsh of a climate up there, it generally kind of breeds much stronger, much wilder sorts of things. Outlandish tales about creatures that you attempt to sketch based on their description. They don't even physically look possible. Not very many people have attempted to go exploring. There's a rumored about, but not very well described, desert engagement that happened many hundreds of years in the past. And generally, the whole area is referred to as the territories.
Okay.
And from what anybody knows, they are a loosely and sparsely populated with a bunch of alternative races. Not a bunch, a few alternative races. And they generally tend to mind their own business. Whatever kind of walks past the northern latitude of the Ilian Valley kind of falls off everybody else's radar. And as far as they're concerned, it's either dead or it's going to be hobbling back in such a bad shape they won't feel threatened by it.
Didn't the
anyway.
orcs come in from the north?
The orcs flew into the west, but after you guys kind of watched them depart, they're definitely heading back towards a northwest direction. So, population, obviously, they don't guess number. They just guess what species might be populating the area. Ogres are a big one. Even considering in this climate with the weather that you guys have been having, they've been quite comfortable wearing next to no clothing.
So they're probably from higher north.
Yeah, there's, as far as you can see, the shrikes wouldn't look like they'd be too out of place up there. The ogres that came by, you can make an educated guess that their mounts are native to the northern territories.
Okay.
So, orcs, it wouldn't be unlikely, although usually humanoids aren't super populous up there.
Okay.
But there are definitely stories of orcish settlements up there.
So why would they want to come south
Well,
and
let's
make a
strike.
move on us?
What is sticking out to you is what they kept saying, what the orcish general said about the warpath. it appears that he is marshaling some form of crusade for their god of destruction that they call the Warpath.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and he is promised for the ogre's allegiance and assistance and pledges of the gifts that they've been giving them to that they would be rewarded following the finishment, the conclusion of the Warpath.
Mm.
So that's what's kind of sticking out for you. Why and what it's all about, you really don't know. But that's kind of what's sticking out, is that these generals kind of seem to have come from the area, and they mentioned something about a warpath.
So this is the way of the Kun type bullshit. Okay.
So yeah, really good knowledge history check on that.
Nice. Okay, I'll if anybody comes up to me to talk about stuff, I'll kind of relate as much.
I'll totally do that. I'll come talk about stuff and things.
Okay. I relate
I
as
now know
much.
things.
You
Nice.
you know things. Congratulations. Things are known.
I am both humbled and ecstatic.
Feeling educated?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, so anybody else? Wiston, what are you up to?
I'm pretty sure you have to keep it to 2 and 3 syllable words though.
Other than reading the journal, I'm just waiting for the word from Yama to go out and fuck shit up.
Oh, you don't need anybody's permission to do that.
Nah.
All right,
Yeah.
so you
He's
read
just
the
gonna
journal
go
and
alone.
you read the journal and you come across another fairly important. Come on, stupid roll 20 cookie. So you come across another fairly important entry.
Oh, there's a steak right smack dab in the middle of it. It's an entree. There's a steak in the middle of the diary. It just pops out.
You thought you were reading a diary. Instead, you found your mom's best ribeye steak recipe.
Score.
Anybody else? Ball, what are you up to?
Oh man, I just reached into my seat and pulled out a rubber band. And I thought it was a spaghetti noodle that I dropped.
Moses, you're sick. Lay down.
I really want to. I really want to go to bed.
Just helping heal some of the soldiers in the area.
Alright, are you using your magic or just bandaging
Just
things
using
up?
my skill.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and make a heal check. Excellent. So everybody's going to get long-term healing, especially most of the soldiers. So you've identified the soldiers with the worst cases of trench foot. Work your magic on them and get them some rest and things like that. So camp's crowded, it's smelly, it's dingy, it's muddy, it's gross. It's not very well constructed, but for the time being, everybody's alive. So the night kind of weathers on, and the next morning comes.
Oh great. While we're still sitting around the fire, I go over and sit next to Jethro and point to this past. It's like, oh, looks like Seon was taken by a skinwalker. Yep.
Yep.
Alright, good talk.
Alright, excellent RP, everybody.
I'm sorry. I was out there. What'd you say? Sorry. I'm sorry.
I said, I have the journal open, and I go up to Jethro and I say, it looks like Seon was taken by the skinwalker that they fought.
I'll do a. Ooh? That's
Yeah.
not good.
Until Ishel found him. I want to know what happens next, Jake.
Wait. So, did we kill your daddy earlier?
No.
Are you the son of a skinwalker?
No.
That would explain some stuff. You are kind of ugly.
No, because according to this entry, he and my mom got pretty close before that happened.
Bowchickabow?
I think that's what this ellipses implies.
This is you talk to Ishel.
I mean,
Again.
we did.
But yeah, John's interrupted us last time.
No,
Let's
you
go
guys,
now.
you
No,
guys
we
got
got the
Ish
whole
all
story.
drunk.
Let's
We
get him
got the
again.
whole, we've got the whole story.
Yeah, you guys got Ishel's side of the story.
And how did that go again? Because that's been a while.
So basically, it mirrors pretty much what you're seeing here. Ishel and company. Ishel was he was a auxiliary attachment ranger to the garrison patrol.
Yup.
Him and a number of guys that include characters such as Seon, Okemos, and Ishel himself went up to Iverstead. Iverstead. I looked at Bramerstead. They went to Iverstead. Almost did it again because they're tailing some sort of creature that was causing all sorts of mishaps and death and destruction and chaos.
Did he say that they killed the Skinwalker?
Yeah, he said they went to Iverstead. They stayed there while they're investigating a few stories. They kind of turned up a few dead ends, so they decided to go looking into the wild. They requested of a local guide to assist them in Iverstead, and then they went out to find the creature, and they said they're out for a number of days before they eventually found the lair of the creature. There was a struggle. They killed it, and they returned to Havensholt, having dealt with the situation. And that's pretty much what you guys got out of him. You guys asked him a few questions about Seon, and not really so many questions about Seon, but you kind of asked some questions about the what he had, because Ishel fondly recalls the weapon that Seon had, and with which he positively identified as being the one that Whiston is wearing right now.
Right. Remember that part.
Yeah, so that was Seon's spiel. Whiston's Lorella's journal is pretty much a first-hand account of what happened from her perspective.
So she bow chicka bow out Seon.
That's what is implied.
And then Seon was captured by the Skinwalker.
Yes.
And we don't know any more after this.
Right.
I'm going to... Can I assist you in trying to look up that shit in that journal? Because it's just getting juicy.
I mean, I'm just reading through.
Huh?
Shouldn't it be like in the next couple of entries?
Keep doing it!
Not the Jake. I don't know how fast
Yeah.
Whiston's able to read through all this.
Yeah, well, between you guys are fairly busy with your morning camp duties and everything like that, so time to sit down and actually read is kind of at a premium right now.
Damn it.
So
The one little
you
bit of
guys are
joy
gonna-
we have.
Yeah, you guys are going to catch Tolls coming around. He's making his rounds between his various sergeants, giving out different duties, assignments, dishing out some orders, and things of that nature. When he's going to come across the little fire pit that you guys are surrounding.
What's up?
He's going to look at you, like, nod and be like, "What's up?"
I'll be like, how can we help you?
His eyebrows kind of going to raise, and he's going to look around, and he's going to say, I would imagine you know ways to assist in these situations. Come on, show some initiative. Don't stand around all day.
I'll look at him, I'll say, but I'm sitting, and then good-naturedly get up and go help.
You're making him pull out a little bit of his drill sergeant side, and he's going to say, well, the gods gave you 2 feet, and if those aren't going to work, well, they're useless. I'll cut the dead meat off, and you can keep working on your knees. Come on, at him. Get at him. He's going to basically kind of be like hollering that as you go around finding some shit to do.
Yeah, I'll nudge Whiston and be like, okay, let's go piddle around.
Yeah. So,
And
given
I'll
the
get the
fresh
foraging.
the fresh spur of drill sergeantry, a few of the other soldiers are going to get up. And, nothing really kicks your ass like somebody insulting you when you're down already. So, It's just what works for soldiers, and the productivity of the camp starting to increase.
And
somewhat.
I kind of let him lay into me a little bit just to kind of give everybody else a morale boost.
Yeah. So,
Does that make sense?
Yeah, he chastises you, he mocks you a little bit in front of everybody, but everybody kind of.
I'll do the whole oh shit, I'm getting chastised, but I'll make it obvious to him that I know what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, he's not saying anything near as bad as what he'd say to his own men, because you are still a civilian. But all the rest of his men kind of see it as like, all right, enough feeling sorry for ourselves. Let's get this show on the road.
Right. Yeah, I'm doing them a favor by letting him stay fucking up a little bit.
Yeah.
So he can lay into somebody.
Yeah. At this time, Pepsi has come back.
Pepsi, healed me out of everything, Pepsi.
Yeah, she's not being eaten by rednecks.
It's funny because they are kind of like rednecks.
Yeah. But Pepsi definitely relays that they certainly tried.
Sorry.
Yeah. Just a quick shout out to a viewer, the Cloudy Cycle. Quick summary of the story. Well, it can't really be quick, but their current situation right now is that the party is out. They are tailing a ogre army and supporting their own. There was a bad series of severe weather storms that they don't really quite know the cause of. Lied, they do know the cause of it. It's a magical thunderstrike that lives up in the volcano. And it has currently got their army down in the dumps. So they are taking a few days of R&R while they decide what they want to do about the impending engagement with the ogre army. Just to catch you up on that one.
It's so much worse than all that in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, the quick synopsis of the story takes about 10 minutes. We've been playing for about 4 or 5 months now. So.
Yep.
But yeah, that's the current situation. That's what's going on right now. So anybody else up to anything in particular? Just going to be busying yourselves. Are you guys taking this whole day off?
I've been studying.
Maybe.
I'm not taking it off.
Well, studying's a luxury compared to what you've been doing in the last few days. So are you guys just gonna, just fast forward through this day, just do things that you guys?
Yeah, let's fast forward. I want plot. I want thick, juicy plot to sink my teeth into.
All right, you just want to read more of that diary.
I'll eat this diary.
All right, so you guys make it through the day doing whatever few tasks around camp to assist, and generally make yourselves useful and earn your share. You guys kind of rub shoulders, joke a little bit with the other garrison men, and it being another day of fairly good weather. Let me actually roll that and see what it is. A 3. It's not great weather. It's got that pall, chilly overcast again, but you know what? It's not torrential downpour. It's not furious winds. There's not minor vortices. Trees aren't falling on people. It's all in all a good day in comparison. So camp goes kind of dry. You guys do a lot of shoring up on the palisade wall and fun stuff like that. If somebody wants to give me like a knowledge engineering.
Dude, I can barely read. You mind linking the thing in the chat?
What thing?
And the link to the game. On Twitch.
Oh, the Twitch?
Yeah, the Twitch. Can you link that into Roll20?
Yeah. There's that, and let me see if I can't find.
I like to see what's going on. I want to chat with everybody. Wake up.
I should put on a little makeup.
So
Alright, so
I know the tune, do not know the words.
And nobody wants to make a knowledge engineering roll?
Like, I don't have knowledge engineering.
I will give that a try.
I was about to say, I was
negatives.
kind of fishing for a certain one person to be like, ooh,
Yep.
ooh, me.
So I've got.
You mean the engineer?
Yeah. So engineering. What was the other one? What was the other option? Is engineering or?
No, just a knowledge engineering.
Okay.
To see if you can't. Yeah, you come up with a way. It's not foolproof, or it's not siege proof, but you definitely kind of help direct and point your expertise towards the attention of the Palisades and help them shore up and make them a lot more reliable and sturdy. So it'll definitely be a lot more. It'll endure the elements a lot better. So everybody, definitely a huge morale increase on that one.
Excellent.
Yay, Cedric did the thing!
I did the thing.
Hooray.
Yay.
Done the thing, won the points. Hey, cat. What you doing? You being a cat?
So, Wiston, you finally find some time to do what you want to do, and you find another important journal entry. Everybody else today kind of goes according to plan. Paul, go ahead and make a 2 healing checks, just to see if you spend all day just providing medical aid and all night providing medical aid to the soldiers.
Yeah,
Yep.
so according to the journal, it looks like the Skinwalker tore Seon a new one, but he survived. And Wiston's mom basically cared for him
Spiders on your
in
chameleon.
the coming days, and then went with him back to Haven's Holt so he could give a report.
Ew. I'm just like, oh my god, details.
No,
Because
OMG!
I am
it's
not
kinda
reading.
like-
I am not reading a graphic description of how my mom and this guy had sex in order to bring my screaming